Sean, I appreciate you jumping on the show today, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Sure. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, of course. And you're in general contracting, commercial and residential construction.
Right, right.
Awesome, awesome. What's the name of the company?
My company is Lone Star Contractors Group.
Got it. Where are you guys out of?
Houston, Texas, but we serve all the major cities in Texas.
Awesome, awesome. I'm in Dallas, so
Nice.
we're actually not far at all.
Yeah, not bad.
How are y'all
I
holding
try to
up?
stay out of Dallas, though.
It's crazy.
I've built a lot of restaurants in Dallas, and it's just, being away from home, it's miserable, but you got to go where the work is.
Hey, we bless you because the food up here is incredible.
It is. It is.
That's biggest struggle that I have is not not eating out every day. It's tough.
Right.
So you guys down there in Houston, have you guys experienced some stuff with COVID and like setbacks and loss of business and what's going on down there with you guys?
Loss of business, no. I mean, it's crazy. Up until last week, this whole economy crash really set in for me, anyway.
Right.
I mean, I was having conversations with investors and other contractors and some of my subcontractors who are, my dear best friends, and we were like, man, I've got so much work in Austin and Dallas that I might have to hire superintendents. And I'm like, well, if you don't want to bring people on payroll, hell, I might help you, right? So I mean, that was just literally 7 or 8 days ago that we were talking about like having to add staff and personnel to man these jobs. And then all of a sudden, Monday morning, I reached out to some of my commercial clients, who I already signed a contract with, have a deposit on these jobs. We already pushed these jobs 2 weeks just to general safety of the public in vet clinics or small vet clinics. And now that Monday turned around and we had a hard conversation and ended up postponing these another 6 to 8 weeks just because we have no idea when the bottom is going to be hit.
Right.
And we're just trying to do the right thing and the safe thing and with money and the public. So yeah, I have a couple jobs in motion right now that fortunately enough that they're big remodel projects, and the money's there with the client and they want to get in their home. So luckily enough, I had some projects underway that they're pushing to get done. But, the big stuff, commercial, and, a lot of the investors have lost a lot of money in the stock market. And, they're just scared and can't really predict when the bottom will be hit. So that's the hardest thing that I'm trying to grasp is when will we start rebuilding and people will be ready to, I got clients that have signed leases right now and their plans are in permitting and they're thinking about stopping the project. So it's scary for sure.
Goodness. God, it's got to be tough, man.
Yeah.
What's your background?
My background,
how long have you been in the business?
Since I could walk, I think, through all my teenage years, I that's all I've known is construction. I was an actual, journeyman carpenter, foreman carpenter in the St. Louis Carpenters Union for probably 7 or 8 years. Throughout my 20s, the majority of my 20s, I was a carpenter building some of the biggest homes in St. Louis, and then coming to Texas early 2014, and it's too hot to wear pouches in this state, so I started general contracting. So probably 15 to 17 years I've been doing this stuff.
Wow, that's a long time.
So growing up, never went to college.
I feel like a lot of contractors have been in it since they could walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's born in us, and you really can't. As much as you want to get away from it, you can't.
Yeah,
it's all it's a family heritage, right? So
yeah, it's almost a legacy.
Right, in a way.
That's how I was talking to another gentleman that said it's how much heart goes into some of the work that you guys do. All the work that you guys do. You step back and look at a project and really be prideful of what you just did,
It's a good feeling working for good people and being able to, that's my kids. We're on quarantine, lockdown, homeschooling right now. So bear with me. It's a good feeling walking away from a project for a good client that, whenever they give you that final payment, that they feel good about what they've bought or what you built. That's why I stick with it.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Now, through this whole thing, you know, you have to adapt,
Mhm.
right? You gotta take what cards you're dealt, and everybody's heard these sayings, right? The take a lemon, put it in a lemonade, take a card you're dealt, all that kind of stuff. But this is a whole nother beast, you know. Have you guys what have you guys done in shifting how you do things? I know a lot of contractors are doing virtual estimates for homeowners. I think it doesn't really apply to like the commercial side, but
Mhm.
what have you guys what have you guys done to kind of shift your marketing or your procedures or anything like that to battle this whole thing?
I mean, we're still spending money to get our name out there on web marketing and stuff like that. Um,
Which is key.
I Yeah, I mean, it's key to keep going. I don't want to, excuse me, I don't want to tighten up. I do, but I still need to get my name out there and keep setting meetings and keep trying to sell work. But I really haven't done anything different. I haven't. I
Yeah.
mean, luckily enough, I have jobs that are still in production, that the clients have the money and they want to get in their home, and we still hold weekly meetings. I basically what I listen to them a lot more. Like if my guys and my people, they want to push back and hold back, I'm like all for it, but if they want to work and they want to make money, I'm not going to stop them.
Right.
For right now, I guess I'm still Mr. Essential. So until
Yeah.
I'm doing non-essential housing construction, I'm going to be in the field. I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be spending money at lumber mills. I'm going to be buying windows and doors. I'm going to be, keeping that cyclical money going.
Right.
So as far as I've done different, a lot of elbow bumps,
There you go.
um, that's about it, man. I
That
mean,
guerrilla marketing.
yeah, we're a small operation. There's only three of us here, and
Uh,
so we really. I still work from home. I'm sitting in my home office right now,
sure. Yeah.
I kind of social isolate myself as it is. But
Yeah.
operational, um, no, I haven't really changed anything, to be honest.
Well, I think it was key for you to have, those jobs in place.
So true.
Um, Thinking about the people that maybe didn't have anything in place when this whole thing hit, and they were
Sure.
still trying to get their ramp up or get something in the pipeline before this hit. Now it's a lot harder.
I guess I'm lucky because I did do that different in a sense. I mean, I partner up with a big kingpin builder down here, and we got this remodel brought to him by us by a referral, and
So
we
partners,
decided to take it.
yeah,
Usually we don't do the remodel, the small stuff like that, but luckily enough, we ended up doing it. So that's what's floating us now. It's just jobs that sometimes this sounds bad, but we just pass up.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you have to pick and choose what you're going to take. I mean, right? Um,
Sure.
that's any
Not that we
business,
don't want the work, it's just because we were so busy and we don't want to let the client down and do a bad job. I'm very
right?
transparent. I'm like, I'm backed up. I would love to do it, but it's going to take me a minute to get to it.
Yeah,
Not that, contractors are above their
capacity.
projects, right? It's just,
Yeah,
I want to be fully transparent. I don't want to do a bad job and
right.
struggle and neglect the client or the project. So
Yeah,
luckily enough, we took them around Christmas time because
yeah.
kind of the housing market was down and we were just taking everything we can get.
Right, right. So your focus then was partnerships, strategic partnerships with builders, and
Yeah,
is there any other uh, types of partnerships that you look for with any
we're
other?
we're generating a ton of them right now. So I work. I don't want to put his name out there, but a big kingpin residential custom home builder came to me and he wanted to tap into the commercial market. And
Hmm.
I've been doing commercial for the last 4 5 years, really heavy and big high end restaurant concepts. And he's got a little fast casual concept, and he came to me for guidance, and I helped him get off the ground. And in turn, he's kicking me some residential work. So we're kind of working as a team right now, and I got a meeting with him Saturday. We want to, excuse me, there's some car dealerships in the midst, and we want to develop a team and go after them. He's the money man. I'm just the worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, we want to develop a team to adapt and be able to chase whatever work is out there on the market.
Well, real quick, let's throw your info out there for any other builders that might listen to this,
Yeah.
and that are in the residential space and trying to crack into the commercial space successfully. I might need some guidance on that. It sounds like you might have the
It's
way to do that.
Yeah, my company is Lone Star Contractors Group. My name is Sean McQueen, and my cell phone is 832-858-1595. Call me if you guys need anything. I'm all ears. I'm willing to help. From one professional to another.
Yeah, and we'll have listeners all across the nation, um, and even I think we're going to release this in Australia as well, because there's a lot of
Well,
contractors out there
mhm.
that are hurting. So if somebody that's not even in your area that could do any kind of referrals or anything, do you have any kind of way to provide value to them, to give them insights, and
Yeah,
can they do they pay you for your information, or how does that
yeah.
work?
Um, Sean at LoneStarContractorsGroup.com. Send me an email. Send me a text, call, email. It's all about networking.
Yeah,
And so because my partners we benefit from each other's strengths, and that's what it's about. It's about growing your network. And
network is your net worth, right?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
awesome. Now, would you have anything to say to other contractors maybe in your position um, that are having a little bit slower sales time right now? Any kind of tips or anything that you would say to them, whether it's a mental thing to stay on top of your game, or a strategy to go after partners? Any kind of tip or anything that you would give to somebody listening?
I mean, a lot of business is luck, man, and I've been lucky to stumble across the right people at the right time. But this is actually what my wife owns her own business as well. She's in real estate,
Uh-huh.
and scary times for the whole household right now. So this is what we're going to do this weekend. I mean, I've got 1,000 neighbor letters printed out, and I'm just going to throw my kids in the stroller. We're going to take a walk, and I mean, everybody's at home right now, so it's a best time to do it.
Right.
I'm just going to go door knocking and throwing flyers out, and get my name out to the public. However, just because the market will return. Like,
It
we
will.
will be back on our feet.
It will.
And summer's coming up, and I want them to find that little flyer letter, and oh man, it might be time to build a patio or something, and then think
Yeah.
of the small stuff. For I'm gonna get my name out there heavy to my neighbors and to my community that's local.
Mm-hmm.
um, Tips and tricks, I really don't have them. Just don't stop grinding. I guess that's the biggest tip I
I
have.
think I think you put the biggest tips and tricks in what you just said. That was like you're just an action taker.
It.
Like, there's I mean, that's huge. I mean, whatever it is that you got to do, you do it, right?
You grind.
And you grind.
Yep.
That's a
It's
great thing.
scary.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Especially in the face of all of this, it's important to keep your head forward, keep your head high, and keep pushing.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, Sean, man, thank you so much for jumping on today.
Yeah,
I
Cody, it was good to meet you.
really
Thanks for having
appreciate,
me.
getting to understand your company and your story, and providing some information to the market. I think a lot of contractors out there find this information valuable.
Yeah,
So,
hopefully. And I'm here for guidance as well. So keep me plugged in and let me know what everybody else is doing, because there's not a day I stop learning. And
absolutely.
so I want to keep being plugged into this.
And that's why we created that Facebook group, the Local Warrior,
Okay.
to kind of network and see what other people are doing. And we're marketers over on our side, and so we like to provide some information and value. And we actually have a live webinar going down today at noon Central.
Okay.
We've got 3 speakers, myself included, and going over a bunch of different stuff that we'll take that recording and put it in that group as well.
Okay.
If nobody can make the webinar, but it's just, you just got to help each other through these times.
Exactly. Yep.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you again, Sean. I really appreciate
Yeah.
you. It sounds like you have some awesome stuff going for you, and you guys are going to make it through this. It's going to be awesome.
All right, Cody. Thank you. Talk to you soon, man.
Thank you, brother.
Talk
See
to
ya.
you. Bye-bye.